Poison comes from the most innocent-looking place, from the hands of those closest to you. A pill organizer, a plastic box with 7 compartments labeled Monday through Sunday, containing 3 pills in each compartment. Every morning I open this box, take the pills, and swallow them with confidence. Because who filled this box? My daughter Jennifer. My beloved daughter who says, "Dad, I'm here and I'll do anything for you." But these pills aren't my medicine. They're sleeping pills and sedatives that put me to sleep and cloud my mind. And my real medications, my blood pressure medication and my diabetes medication, are in the trash because Jennifer threw them away. Because Jennifer, my daughter Jennifer, is trying to slowly kill me. This is me, Harold Thompson, 72 years old from Seattle, Washington. And this story is how I discovered my own daughter's poisoning plan. If this story shocks you, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment for real people, real dangers, and real rescues. Sometimes the most dangerous help looks like the most loving. My name is Harold Thompson, and I'm 72 years old, living in Seattle, Washington, in the Capitol Hill neighborhood, a nice, quiet neighborhood. I'm retired after working for 37 years at Boeing as an aerospace engineer with a good career and good retirement. My wife Eleanor died 2 years ago in October 2020 from Alzheimer's, a long illness that lasted 10 years. She was 70, and in the last years, she didn't even recognize me, asking, "Who are you?" which broke my heart. We had 48 years of marriage after getting married in 1972, when I was 24 and she was 22. And then I was alone for 2 years in a quiet house with an empty bed and coffee alone in the mornings. But there are health issues. Hypertension with high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes with high blood sugar, both under control with medication. I take 3 medications a day. Lisinopril 20 milligrams in the morning for blood pressure, metformin 1000 milligrams morning and evening for sugar, and baby aspirin 81 milligrams in the morning for the heart. Simple, routine, the same medications every morning. But sometimes I forget which pill is which and mix them up due to old age. My daughter Jennifer helps. She's 46 years old, married to Tom with 2 children, Lisa, who is 19 years old in college, and Ryan, who is 16 years old in high school. They live in Bellevue, 30 minutes from Seattle. I thought she was a good girl, a loving girl, because after Eleanor died, she was a great help saying, "Dad, you're not alone and I'm here." November 2022 is when it started, when Jennifer said, "Dad, you're mixing up your pills, so let's get a pill organizer that I'll fill every week." "A pill organizer?" I asked. "Yes, a plastic box with 7 compartments for Monday through Sunday, where every morning you just open that day's compartment and take the pills inside. Simple," she explained. It made sense, really made sense, so I agreed. "Okay, sweetheart, good idea." Jennifer got the pill organizer from CVS Pharmacy for $15, a big box where each compartment holds 3 pills. And every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Jennifer would come at 9 in the morning to my house. "Good morning, Dad." "Having coffee?" she'd ask. "I am, sweetie. Would you like some?" I'd reply, "No, I'm in a hurry for work, but let me fill your pills," she'd say. She would go to the kitchen, open the medicine cabinet, take out the bottles, and fill the pill organizer. It took 10 minutes. Then she would come back saying, "Ready, Dad? 7 days worth with 1 compartment each morning, okay?" "Okay, sweetie. Thank you," I'd say gratefully. "You're welcome, Dad. I'll do anything for you and I love you," she'd respond. "I love you too, sweetie," I'd reply. We'd hug, she'd leave, and I was happy because she was a good girl, a helpful girl. The first week of November was normal as I took the pills every morning. 3 pills, easy. The second week was still normal, but I felt a little tired, which I attributed to old age. The third week, the last week of November, was weird with very tired feelings, dizziness, and hard to wake up in the mornings, which I thought might be the flu. The fourth week, the beginning of December, was worse with headache, nausea, blurred vision, and weak memory. One morning, Thursday morning, 2 hours after taking my medication, I almost fell in the kitchen by losing my balance and grabbing the table, barely holding on. Fear washed over me. For the first time, I was really scared, thinking, something's wrong, very wrong. That afternoon, Thursday afternoon, December 1st, 2022, I'm sitting at home resting with my head still spinning and feeling weak. The phone rang from an unknown number. "Hello?" I answered. "Mr. Thompson?" "Hello, this is Dave Miller from Walgreens Pharmacy Capitol Hill branch." The caller identified himself. "Yes, this is Harold Thompson," I confirmed. "Mr. Thompson, I'm doing a routine check about your prescriptions for lisinopril and metformin. The last refill was in early November, which was 8 weeks ago, so they should be gone, and would you like to refill them?" he asked. I paused in confusion. "What do you mean they should be gone? I take them every day from my pill organizer." Dave sounded doubtful. "Mr. Thompson, but you didn't refill your prescription. You got a 30-day supply at the beginning of November, and it's December now, so the pills should have been gone 4 weeks ago. And if you take them every day, how do you have any left?" My mind went blank. "I don't know because my daughter Jennifer refills the pill organizer every week, and she knows." Dave paused. "Mr. Thompson, where does your daughter get the medication? Another pharmacy?" "I don't know because I never asked. She takes care of it," I admitted. Dave's voice became serious. "Mr. Thompson, this is very important. You don't know what your daughter is giving you." "She said vitamins and my medications including lisinopril, metformin, and aspirin," I explained. "Mr. Thompson, please listen because this is very serious. Your daughter could be giving you the wrong medication or something else, and you need to check immediately," he warned. My heart raced. "How will I check?" "Take the pills from your pill organizer and bring them to the pharmacy where we'll identify them and tell you what medication it is. Can you come tomorrow morning?" he asked. "Can I come today now?" I asked urgently. "Of course, whenever you want because I'm here until 6, he confirmed. "I'm coming in 20 minutes, I decided. "I'll be waiting, Mr. Thompson," he said. I hung up and sat down with my hands shaking. "Jennifer, my daughter Jennifer, is she giving me the wrong medication? Why? A mistake or something else?" I got up, went to the kitchen where the pill organizer was on the table, and opened it to find the Thursday compartment for today empty because I took them this morning. The Friday compartment for tomorrow had 3 pills inside: a white pill, a pink pill, and a small yellow pill. Familiar? I don't know because I never paid attention. I just took them and swallowed them because I trusted. I took the 3 pills, put them in a small Ziploc bag, put on my jacket, and went out. Walgreens was 3 blocks away, so I walked slowly and carefully, with my head still spinning. I got to the pharmacy back at the pharmacy counter where Dave was there, a man in his 40s with glasses and a serious face. "Mr. Thompson?" he asked. "Yes, I'm Harold," I confirmed. "Come here and let's see," he invited. I held out my hand and gave him the bag with 3 pills. Dave took them, put them on the counter, and looked closely. The first pill was white and round with TEVA 74 written on it. Dave went to the computer's pill identifier database, searched, and found it as his face changed to become serious, very serious. "Mr. Thompson, this is Zolpidem, which is Ambien, a sleeping pill at 10 milligrams, he revealed. "A sleeping pill? But I don't have trouble sleeping," I protested. "I know, and this isn't on your prescription. It's not lisinopril and it's not metformin, it's Zolpidem," he confirmed. The second pill was pink and oval with 44,329 written on it. Dave searched again and found it. "This is diphenhydramine, which is Benadryl, an antihistamine but in high dose at 50 milligrams that has a sedative effect and puts you to sleep." 2 sleeping pills? I asked in disbelief. Yes, both are sedatives that will put you to sleep and make you groggy, he confirmed. The third pill was yellow, small, and oval. Dave looked at it. This is just a calcium supplement that's harmless but doesn't work for blood pressure or for sugar. I sat down on the chair because my legs wouldn't hold me. Dave, where are my real pills? Lisinopril and metformin? I asked desperately. Dave shook his head sadly. Mr. Thompson, your daughter isn't giving you those medications. She's giving you sedatives and sleeping pills, trying to put you to sleep or confuse you. But why would Jennifer do such a thing? I asked in anguish. I don't know, Mr. Thompson, but this is very dangerous because you're hypertensive and diabetic. How many weeks have you not been taking your real medications? He asked. I thought back to when Jennifer started in early November. 4 weeks? Maybe 5. Dave's face was tense. Mr. Thompson, you haven't taken lisinopril for 4 weeks, so your blood pressure is out of control and could be very high, with risk of heart attack and risk of stroke. And you haven't taken metformin for 4 weeks, so your sugar is out of control with risk of diabetic coma, he continued. And at the same time, you're taking zolpidem and diphenhydramine every day, both of them, which is very dangerous, addictive, causes cognitive impairment, and creates symptoms like dementia, he concluded. Dementia? I asked, shocked. Yes, maybe Jennifer wants to make you look confused and make it look like you have dementia. I don't know, but this is intentional and this is no coincidence, he stated. My head was spinning as reality was spinning and I couldn't understand it. Jennifer, my daughter, is poisoning me, slowly poisoning me. But why? Dave, what should I do? I asked. Dave looked serious. 1, go to the doctor immediately for blood pressure and sugar check because it could even be an emergency. 2, get your real medication refilled including lisinopril and metformin, which I'm preparing now and it'll be ready in 10 minutes, he instructed. 3, throw away the pill organizer and don't let Jennifer fill it again. Take the pills yourself every day from the box, he advised. 4, report it to the police or a lawyer because this is elder abuse, poisoning, and a felony, he concluded. I nodded weakly. I understand, Dave. I'll do it. I'll do everything. Dave squeezed my hand warmly and strongly. Harold? Your name is Harold, right? Yes, I confirmed. Harold, you're lucky because I noticed you didn't refill your prescription, which was a red flag that pharmacists see. You're going to live, but be careful, because Jennifer is dangerous, he warned. Thank you, Dave. You saved me, I said gratefully. I left the pharmacy with new pills in my hand, real pills including lisinopril, metformin, and aspirin. I walked home, but it was a different walk, a scared walk, an anxious walk. Jennifer, my daughter Jennifer, is poisoning me for 4 weeks, maybe 5, with wrong pills every day. But why? What does she gain? I got home, went inside, and looked around where everything was the same, but now it was different and dangerous. I went to the kitchen where the pill organizer was on the table, picked it up, and looked at 7 compartments with 3 pills in each compartment for 21 pills total. All of them were wrong. All zolpidem, diphenhydramine, and calcium with none of the lisinopril and none of the metformin. I threw them away, the whole pill organizer in the trash, deciding I won't use it ever again. Then I opened the medicine cabinet, looked inside and searched for the bottles including the lisinopril bottle and the metformin bottle. Nothing at all. An empty cabinet. Jennifer took them. Jennifer stole them. Where did she put them and why did she take them? Because she didn't want me to see them and didn't want me to ask, why are the medicine bottles gone? Smart, planned, and intentional. I sat down on the couch and thought long and hard. Why is Jennifer doing this? Money, inheritance, or something else? I should call my lawyer Richard Foster, an old friend and trustworthy guy. I picked up the phone and called. Foster Law Offices, how can I help you? The receptionist answered. Can I speak to Richard Foster? This is Harold Thompson, I requested. One moment, Mr. Thompson, she said. Hold music played for 30 seconds. Harold! How are you? It's been a long time, Richard greeted warmly. Richard, I'm fine, but there's a problem. A serious problem. And I need to talk to you, I said urgently. What happened? He asked. Not on the phone, face to face. Can you come to my house? I requested. When? He asked. Now, today if possible, I urged. Richard hesitated. Harold, this sounds serious. I'll be there in an hour. Thanks, Richard. I'll be waiting, I said. An hour passed before the doorbell rang as Richard arrived. A 60-year-old man in a suit with a briefcase. Harold, he shook my hand. What's going on? You sounded worried on the phone. Come in, Richard, and sit down. I'll explain everything, I said. We sat down in the living room and I explained from start to finish. Eleanor's death, 2 years alone, the pills, Jennifer's help, the pill organizer, 4 weeks, the symptoms, pharmacist Dave, the shocking discovery, zolpidem and diphenhydramine, and no real medication. Richard listened quietly as his face grew sterner and sterner. Harold, this is elder abuse and poisoning that could even be attempted murder, he stated gravely. But why Richard? Why would Jennifer do that? I asked. I don't know, but we'll find out because I'm hiring a private investigator named Alan Price, who's a good guy that will do a discreet investigation of Jennifer's finances, her motivation, and everything, he explained. How long will it take? I asked. A week, maybe 10 days, but Harold, you be careful. Is Jennifer still coming? He asked. Yes, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every morning, I confirmed. Okay, act normal and don't let Jennifer suspect anything. But don't use the pill organizer and take your own pills. Do you understand? He instructed. I understand, I agreed. And set up a hidden camera because if Jennifer gives you the wrong pills again, record it because we need proof, video proof, he added. How will I set it up? I asked. Richard opened his bag and took out a small camera. This mini camera with Wi-Fi is cell phone size. Put it in the kitchen on the shelves where it faces the medicine cabinet, and when Jennifer comes, it will record everything. I took the camera. Thank you, Richard. You're welcome, Harold. Now wait while the detective investigates for 1 week. Then we'll know everything, he concluded. A week passed as the longest week. Every morning I took the new medications, the real medications including lisinopril, metformin, and aspirin from the box myself. And I felt the difference. 2 days later, the dizziness subsided. 3 days later, energy came back. And 4 days later, my head was clear and sharp. The sedative effect was wearing off as my brain was coming back. Jennifer came 3 times on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as usual. Good morning, Dad. How are you? She'd ask. I'm fine, sweetheart, and I feel better, I'd reply. Good. Are you taking your pills regularly? She'd inquire. I lied for the first time to my daughter. Yes, every morning from the pill organizer. But I wasn't taking them because the pill organizer was in the trash. Secretly in the trash. Jennifer went to the kitchen. Dad, where's the pill organizer? I don't see it on the table. Panic, mild panic hit me. Oh, I put it in the drawer to make it look tidy. Should I get it? She offered. No. I mean, no need because it's full anyway since you filled it last week, I deflected. Jennifer looked at me strangely and suspiciously, I don't know which. Okay, Dad, but bring it next week so I'll refill it, she said. Okay, sweetie, I agreed. She left and I relaxed. But the hidden camera was working and recording every visit. Though Jennifer wasn't refilling the pill organizer because there was no pill organizer. Wednesday brought the second visit with the same thing. Where's the pill organizer, Dad? In the drawer and it's still full, I repeated. She gave a suspicious look but didn't question it. Friday brought the third visit, but this time it was different as Jennifer was insistent. Dad, show me the pill organizer so I can check if there's enough medicine, she demanded. Jennifer, there's no need because I started. Dad, I insist because your health is important, so show me, she interrupted. What was I going to do when there was no pill organizer in the trash? Jennifer, I started a new system where I don't use a pill organizer anymore, and I take them directly from the bottle because the pharmacist recommended it, I explained. Jennifer froze as her face changed. What? Why? The pharmacist said it's safer with no mix-ups, so I'm trying it, I explained. Jennifer's voice hardened. But Dad, you mix them up. I help you. Why did you change? I just wanted to try it, I said weakly. Jennifer looked at me long and cold. Okay, Dad, you know best. But are you taking the right pills and how many a day? 3 in the morning and 1 at night for metformin, I replied. Good, that's important, because Dad, you're getting older and you forget, so I want to help, she said. I know, sweetheart, thank you, I said. She left, but this time she left differently. She left angry. And I knew Jennifer suspected and sensed something was wrong. Saturday, December 10th, 2022, a week had passed. Richard called. Harold, Alan Price's report is ready. Can I come over with Alan? Of course, when? I asked. 2 in the afternoon, okay? He suggested. Okay, I'll be waiting, I agreed. 2 o'clock came and the doorbell rang as Richard and Alan arrived. Alan was in his 40s with an athletic build, a serious face, and was a former cop. Mr. Thompson, I'm Alan Price, private investigator. He introduced himself. Hello, Alan. Come in and sit down. I welcomed them. We sat down as Alan opened his briefcase and pulled out a thick file. Mr. Thompson, I've done a full investigation on Jennifer Hayes Cooper, and the findings are disturbing, he began. Tell me, I urged. Jennifer's financial situation is critical. She received a foreclosure notice in October where the house in Bellevue with the mortgage is 3 months late and the bank has started foreclosure, he revealed. Credit cards include 5 cards all maxed out with total debt of $48,000, he continued. Her husband Tom was fired from his job last year and is still unemployed, so only Jennifer is working as an office manager with $50,000 a year salary, which isn't enough, he added. I paused. I didn't know because Jennifer never told me. Because she's embarrassed or she has other plans, Alan suggested. Richard interrupted. Alan, what about insurance? Yes, here's the real shock, Alan said, while pulling out another file. Jennifer took out life insurance on you 6 months ago in June 2022. What? I never took out life insurance, I exclaimed. Alan held out the document. Northwestern Mutual for $500,000 in term life insurance with beneficiary Jennifer Hayes Cooper. I looked at the document showing a signature that said Harold Thompson, but that's not my signature. It looks like it, but it's not because it's forged. Alan, that's not my signature, I stated. I know because I had it forensically analyzed and it's forged where Jennifer signed it for you, he confirmed. So the insurance is invalid? I asked. In theory, yes, but if you die, Jennifer will file a claim asking for $500,000. The insurance company will pay. Then maybe years later the forgery will be discovered. But Jennifer will have already spent the money, he explained. Richard added, Harold, this is fraud, insurance fraud, a felony that Jennifer did knowing full well. Alan continued, and there's more, worse, while pulling out another document. Jennifer filed for conservatorship in September, 3 months ago at the King County Courthouse with the claim, Father is developing dementia. He can't manage his own medications. He can't manage his finances, and conservatorship is necessary. Conservatorship? I asked, confused. Richard explained. Conservatorship is legal guardianship, where Jennifer controls all your finances, including bank accounts, retirement, and house. Everything. And you can't make decisions because Jennifer makes them. But I don't have dementia, I protested. Alan replied, We know, but Jennifer is trying to make it look that way by giving you sedatives including zolpidem and diphenhydramine that impair your cognitive function, so you appear confused, forgetful, and slow with dementia symptoms. And at the same time, cutting off your real medications for blood pressure and uncontrolled sugar creates the risk of heart attack or stroke. So if you die, the $500,000 in insurance money goes to Jennifer, he continued. If you don't die but are diagnosed with dementia, conservatorship goes to Jennifer with all your money under her control, he added. Either way, Jennifer wins and you lose, he concluded. I sat down shocked. My daughter, my Jennifer, made this plan? Richard, Alan, are you sure? Is there proof? I asked. Alan pulled out the last file. Yes, at Jennifer's house on her computer, the Google search history from November shows these searches. And he read them. Dementia symptoms in elderly. How to show parent has dementia. Medications that cause confusion. Zolpidem long-term side effects. Conservatorship process Washington State. Life insurance claim how long. And what happens if you stop taking blood pressure medication? Jennifer researched, planned, learned, then executed systematically and with premeditation, Alan concluded. My head was spinning literally. Jennifer is trying to kill me? Richard stated, Yes, Harold. Slowly she's clouding your mind with sedatives, while at the same time cutting off real medication puts your heart and brain at risk from heart attack or stroke. Either one appears as natural death, and Jennifer gets $500,000. Alan added, And if you don't die immediately, she'll make it look like dementia to get conservatorship, where all your money, including house, retirement, and savings comes under her control, so she can slowly spend it while you won't even notice because there's dementia. It's a perfect plan, but she made a mistake, he noted. What mistake? I asked. You didn't renew the prescription, so the pharmacist noticed. Dave Miller called, you found out, and the plan fell apart, he explained. I sat for a long time as the words wouldn't come, and my thoughts were jumbled. Jennifer, the child I held in my arms as a baby, the girl I took to elementary school, and the bride I cried for at her wedding, is now poisoning me and slowly killing me for $500,000. Richard, Alan, what should I do? I asked. Richard outlined 3 options. 1, go to the police now and file a report so Jennifer gets arrested. 2, set a trap to catch Jennifer red-handed by gathering video evidence, then go to the police, he continued. 3, confront Jennifer privately and warn her, I know what you're doing, stop or I'll go to the police, he concluded. I thought about which option. Go to the police, but is the evidence sufficient with just the pharmacist's word when the pill organizer is in the trash and the pills are gone? A trap to catch Jennifer again and get video? Or a confrontation? Richard, I want a trap with video evidence for solid proof. Then I'll go to the police, I decided. Alan nodded. Smart. But how since Jennifer won't fill the pill organizer anymore because you refused? I have to trick her by saying I got sick and I want the pill organizer again because it's too confusing, I suggested. Richard warned. Good plan. But Harold, it's dangerous because Jennifer is suspicious and she'll be careful. I know, but I have to do it because right now there's no proof, only suspicion, so I need video of Jennifer with the pills in her hand, I insisted. Alan agreed. Okay, we'll set up a hidden camera in the kitchen with good angle to record everything when Jennifer comes with every move. And one more thing, Harold. Set up another camera in the house, including bedroom and living room, to find out what else Jennifer is doing, because maybe she's throwing the pill bottles in the trash or maybe there's other evidence, he suggested. Good idea. Set them up everywhere, I agreed. Richard and Alan set up the cameras, 4 cameras in kitchen, living room, bedroom, and hallway as mini cameras that were invisible with Wi-Fi connected to the phone for live streaming. Harold, This app on the phone lets you see every camera live while it's recording in the cloud where it can't be deleted, they explained. Thanks, I said. Now call Jennifer and start the plan, Richard instructed. I took the phone and called Jennifer. Hello? Dad, she answered. Jennifer, sweetheart. I'm not well, I said weakly. What happened, Dad? She asked, concerned. I'm mixing up my pills. This morning I took metformin twice without noticing, and now I have nausea, I explained. Dad! That's dangerous. You could overdose, she exclaimed. I know, you're right, so I need a pill organizer. Can you help me again? I asked. Jennifer paused with a small pause, thinking, and suspicious, perhaps. Of course, Dad. I'll come on Monday to fill the pill organizer, she agreed. Thank you, sweetheart. You're the best, I said. You're welcome, Dad. I love you, she replied. I love you too, I said. I hung up as Richard and Alan looked at each other. Monday, 2 days from now, Jennifer will come and the trap is set, Richard observed. Alan asked, Harold, will you be here? Yes, I'll act normal so Jennifer mustn't suspect anything, I confirmed. Good. We'll watch from a distance live, and if anything happens, we'll intervene immediately, Alan assured. Okay, I agreed. Richard and Alan left as I was alone in my house surrounded by cameras. 2 days until Jennifer comes. And what will she do? She'll fill the pill organizer, she'll put in the zolpidem, she'll put in the diphenhydramine. And I'll watch and record it. Then I'll go to the police. And Jennifer will find out she's been caught with everything on tape. But I'm scared because she's still my daughter and blood ties don't break. But trust is broken and she tried to kill me. So I have to do this because justice is needed and I have to protect myself. Monday is coming and everything will come out. Monday, December 12th, 2022, was trap day. I woke up at 7 in the morning having slept little, maybe 3 hours, but I was awake, very awake with anxiety, fear, and excitement. Today, Jennifer will come to fill the pill organizer and the cameras will record everything. I made strong coffee and drank it before taking my real medication, including lisinopril, metformin, and aspirin from the box myself. I checked the phone with the camera app showing 4 cameras all working in kitchen, living room, bedroom, and hallway with live feed. 8:30 came and Richard called. Harold, are you ready? I'm ready, I confirmed. We're watching from the office live with Alan here too, and we can see everything, so you just act normal and don't let Jennifer suspect anything, he instructed. Got it, I agreed. If anything goes wrong or gets dangerous, we'll be there immediately in 5 minutes, he assured. Okay, Richard, thanks, I said. 9 o'clock came and the doorbell rang as Jennifer arrived right on time as always. I opened the door. Hello, sweetheart. Hi, Dad. She smiled a big smile that was fake or real. I don't know anymore. How are you? I'm fine, but a little tired because there was a mix-up with my medication yesterday. But now you're going to help me, I explained. Of course, Dad. I'm here, she said. She came in with her bag on her arm. A big bag. What's in it? Medication? We went into the living room where I offered, Would you like some coffee, Jennifer? No thank you, Dad, because I'm in a hurry for work. But first let me fill the pill organizer, she declined. The pill organizer is on the kitchen table where I took it out of the trash and washed it. I lied, because I just bought it at CVS yesterday. But Jennifer doesn't know. Okay, Dad. I'm going to the kitchen while you sit down and rest, she instructed. I sat down in the living room with my phone in hand and the camera app open, where I selected the kitchen camera to watch live. Jennifer entered the kitchen and looked at the table where the pill organizer sat, empty with 7 compartments, all empty. Jennifer looked around, didn't see me, which was good, and put her bag on the table before opening it. From inside, she took out 3 bottles, pill bottles, prescription bottles. The first bottle had a label that I zoomed in on the screen to read, Jennifer Hayes Cooper, Zolpidem 10 milligrams. The second bottle read, Jennifer Hayes Cooper, alprazolam 1 milligram, which is Xanax, an anxiety medication, and another sedative. The third bottle had no label and was generic, which I think is diphenhydramine. Jennifer started opening the bottles. First bottle with Zolpidem, where she took out a pill and put it in the Monday compartment. Second bottle with alprazolam, where she took out a pill and put it in the Monday compartment. Third bottle with diphenhydramine, where she took out a pill and put it in the Monday compartment. 3 pills, 3 sedatives with none being lisinopril and no metformin. She moved on to the Tuesday compartment with the same process of 3 pills including Zolpidem, alprazolam, and diphenhydramine. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday followed with every compartment getting 3 pills for 21 pills total. The camera was recording everything with clear image showing Jennifer's face, her hands, the bottles, and the pills. Everything. Jennifer finished, put the bottles in her bag, and closed the pill organizer. Then she did something else by opening the medicine cabinet and looking inside while searching. What was she looking for? Ah, the real medicine including lisinopril and metformin that she's looking for. But they're not there because I put them somewhere else in my bedroom in a secret place. Jennifer closed the cabinet, turned around, and came into the living room. Ready, Dad? 7 days with 1 compartment every morning, okay? She announced. Okay, sweetie, thank you, I said. You're welcome, Dad. Are the real pills in the medicine cabinet including lisinopril and metformin? I didn't see them, she asked. My heartbeat quickened as I carefully answered. Yes. I put them on another shelf so they wouldn't get mixed up. Oh, okay. Good, because those pills are important and you have to take them every day, she said. Lies. Total lies, because you're not giving me those pills, Jennifer. You're giving me something else. I know, sweetie. I'm taking them, so don't worry, I assured her. Jennifer looked at her watch. Dad, I have to go or I'll be late for work, so take your pills regularly, okay? Okay. Have a good day, I said. We hugged a short, cold hug. Jennifer left as the door closed and the sound of a car driving away followed. I sat down and took a deep breath as my hands were shaking and my heart was racing. We did it by getting the video of Jennifer caught red-handed, putting the wrong pills in the pill organizer by putting her own pills in. The phone rang. It was Richard. Harold! We saw it. We saw everything. Perfect. Jennifer put her own Zolpidem and her own alprazolam in with clear footage. This is solid evidence, he exclaimed. What should I do now? I asked. Go to the police right now. Alan and I will come with you to show them the video so Jennifer will be arrested, he instructed. Okay, I'm getting ready, I agreed. An hour later at Seattle Police Department downtown at East Precinct, me, Richard, and Alan sat together in Detective Maria Santos's office. Santos was in her 40s of Spanish descent, with a serious face as an experienced detective. Mr. Thompson, what you're describing is very serious, including elder abuse and poisoning that could even be attempted murder. What evidence do you have? She asked. Alan opened his laptop. Detective Santos, here's the evidence. One was pharmacist Dave Miller's written statement. Harold Thompson didn't refill his prescription for 8 weeks, which made me suspicious. So I called, and we found out his daughter Jennifer was giving him the wrong medication. 2 was the pill identifier report. Pills in Harold's pill organizer were Zolpidem, diphenhydramine, and calcium, with no lisinopril and no metformin. 3 was the private investigator report. Jennifer's financial situation includes foreclosure and $48,000 credit card debt with fake life insurance. For $500,000 with beneficiary, Jennifer and conservatorship petition claiming father has dementia. 4 was Google search history. Jennifer's searches included dementia symptoms, Zolpidem side effects, consequences of stopping blood pressure medication, and conservatorship process. 5 was video evidence. This morning, Monday, showing Jennifer putting her own pills into Harold's pill organizer. Here. The video played as Santos watched intently, showing Jennifer's face, her hands, the bottles, and every movement. Santos's face hardened. This was premeditated and planned, where Jennifer did it knowing full well. Richard stated, "Yes, detective. For 4 weeks she gave Harold sedatives while cutting off his real medication, created risk of heart attack and stroke, with the goal being either Harold dies for $500,000 insurance payout, or Harold gets diagnosed with dementia for conservatorship, with all his money under Jennifer's control." Santos nodded. "I see. Mr. Thompson, do you wish to press charges?" "Yes, absolutely yes, because Jennifer tried to kill me, my own daughter. But she did it, and she must be punished," I stated firmly. Santos confirmed. "All right. I'll issue an arrest warrant for Jennifer Hayes Cooper with charges of elder abuse, poisoning, attempted murder, insurance fraud, and forgery." "How long will that take?" I asked. "An hour or two, because the judge has to approve it. Then we'll arrest Jennifer probably today at her workplace," she explained. "Good, thank you, detective," I said. "You're welcome, Mr. Thompson. And I'm sorry because your own daughter must be very difficult," she sympathized. "Yes, it's very difficult, but it has to be done," I agreed. That afternoon at 3 o'clock at Jennifer's workplace in Bellevue, where she works as office manager at a firm, Santos and 2 police officers went to make the arrest. I was at home waiting with Richard and Alan beside me. The phone rang. It was Santos. "Mr. Thompson, Jennifer has been arrested, and she's at the station now for the booking process. Then arraignment with the first court date probably tomorrow," she reported. "Thank you, detective," I said. I hung up, sat down, but didn't relax because I was upset. Jennifer, my daughter, was arrested, handcuffed, and taken away in a police car. "Harold," Richard said, "you did the right thing by protecting yourself. It was the right decision." "I know, Richard, but she's still my daughter, and it hurts," I admitted. "I understand, but Harold, Jennifer tried to kill you by slowly poisoning you for 4 weeks every day deliberately and with premeditation. The person who did that is no longer your daughter," Richard stated. I nodded. "You're right, but it still hurts." 7 in the evening came and Tom called, Jennifer's husband. "Harold, what's going on?" "The police arrested Jennifer at work saying poisoning, attempted murder." "What does that mean?" he asked frantically. "Tom, sit down and I'll explain," I said. I explained everything. The pill organizer, the wrong pills, zolpidem and diphenhydramine, 4 weeks, the symptoms, pharmacist Dave, the discovery, the detective, the fake insurance, the conservatorship, the video, everything. Tom was silent for a long time before speaking in a hoarse voice. "Harold, I didn't know anything. Jennifer told me Dad's sick and I'm helping him, and I believed her," he said. "I know, Tom. You're innocent, but Jennifer planned it, hid it, and didn't even tell you," I explained. "But why would she do that?" he asked. "Money, foreclosure, debts, $500,000 in life insurance. You're unemployed. She's desperate. And she used me," I explained. Tom cried on the phone. "Harold, I'm sorry. So sorry because I can't control my family. Jennifer changed from the stress of money and fear of losing the house." "Tom, Jennifer is an adult responsible for her choices, so you're not to blame," I assured him. "But Lisa and Ryan, the kids, their mother was arrested, so what am I going to tell them?" he asked. "The truth, Tom, just the truth. Mom made a mistake, a big mistake, and now there are consequences," I advised. Tuesday, December 13th, 2022, at King County Courthouse was the arraignment, the first hearing. I'm in the front row with Richard next to me and Santos there too as a witness. The door opened and Jennifer was brought in wearing an orange jumpsuit with handcuffs and 2 guards beside her. I looked at her for the first time since her arrest. Her face was pale. Her hair was messy. Her eyes were red, and she had been crying. She looked at me for a second, as her eyes filled with tears. Then she lowered her head and looked at the floor. The judge entered. "All rise, Honorable Judge Patricia Mercer presiding." Everyone stood up. The judge sat down, and we sat down. Case number 2022 CR 5847, State of Washington versus Jennifer Hayes Cooper with charges of elder abuse, poisoning, attempted murder, insurance fraud, and forgery, the judge announced. Jennifer's lawyer, a young man in his 30s, spoke. "Your Honor, my client has heard the charges." "What is the plea? Guilty or not guilty?" the judge asked. "Not guilty, Your Honor," the lawyer replied. The judge continued. "Bail hearing, prosecutor." The prosecutor, a woman in her 40s, stood up. "Your Honor, the state requests denial of bail because the defendant is extremely dangerous. She poisoned her own father for 4 weeks systematically and with premeditation, with the goal being either to kill him or to have him diagnosed with dementia to obtain conservatorship. If the defendant is released, the victim is in danger, family members are in danger, and there is a flight risk," she concluded. The defense attorney countered, "Your Honor, my client is a mother of 2 children with roots in the community, so there is no flight risk, and she has not yet been found guilty due to presumption of innocence." The judge thought, "The prosecutor's arguments are strong, and the video evidence is very disturbing, where Jennifer putting her own pills in her father's pill organizer is deliberate and dangerous." Bail denied. Defendant will remain in custody until trial, the judge ruled. He banged the gavel. "Next case." I looked at Jennifer with her head bowed and crying as the guards took her away, and she was gone. Santos said, "Harold, good call because Jennifer is dangerous, and she shouldn't be free." "I know, but she's still my daughter, and I'm upset," I admitted. "I understand, but now it's trial preparation, where we'll talk to you for testimony," Santos explained. March 2023 arrived, 3 months since the arrest, and the trial began with the jury selected. 12 jurors with 6 men and 6 women of various ages. March 20th, Monday, was court day. I'm in the front row again, where every day I'll be here as a witness and as a victim. Jennifer came in wearing the orange jumpsuit again, and in 3 months she's thinner, with a pale face and empty eyes. Tom was there with Lisa and Ryan too in the back row for support for Jennifer. Judge Mercer announced, "The trial begins with opening statements, prosecutor." The prosecutor, District Attorney Karen Mitchell, stood up and turned to the jury. "Ladies and gentlemen, this case is simple but heartbreaking because Jennifer Hayes Cooper tried to poison her own father, her 72-year-old father," she began. "How?" "With a pill organizer, a plastic box with 7 compartments where in each compartment she put the wrong pills by putting her own pills in. Sedatives and sleeping pills," she explained. "For 4 weeks every day Harold Thompson took these pills without knowing because he trusted his daughter," she continued. "And what happened? Dizziness, fatigue, nausea, blurred vision, symptoms of dementia," she listed. "Because Jennifer wanted this where she wanted her father to appear to have dementia so she could get conservatorship to control all his money," she explained. "And at the same time cutting off the real medications, including lisinopril for blood pressure and metformin for diabetes, created risk of heart attack, risk of stroke, and risk of death," she added. "And if Harold died, $500,000 in life insurance would go to Jennifer's with a forged signature," she revealed. Karen looked at the screen as projection opened. "Here's the evidence." The video showed Jennifer putting her own pills into the pill organizer with clear image of face, hands, and bottles. Everything. The jury watched as some frowned and some shook their heads. Google search history showed Jennifer's searches, dementia symptoms, zolpidem side effects, and consequences of stopping blood pressure medication. The fake insurance document showed Harold's forged signature for $500K with beneficiary Jennifer. The conservatorship application claimed, "Father has dementia and needs help." Karen stated, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is premeditation and planning ahead, where Jennifer researched, learned, planned, and executed. For 4 weeks every day, she gave poison to her own father," she emphasized. "Throughout the trial, we will hear from witnesses including pharmacist Dave Miller, Detective Alan Price, and of course, Harold Thompson himself," she outlined. "And finally, you will decide guilty or not guilty," she concluded. "But the evidence is clear. Jennifer is guilty, and justice must come for Harold," she stated firmly. She sat down. Defense attorney David Park stood up. "Ladies and gentlemen, the prosecution told a dramatic story, but the truth is more complicated. Jennifer Hayes Cooper is a loving mother with 2 children, Lisa and Ryan, and a loving daughter worried about her father," he began. "Harold is getting old and mixes up his pills, so Jennifer wanted to help with the pill organizer as a simple solution," he explained. "But she made a mistake by putting the wrong pills in, putting her own pills in. Why? Because she got confused under stress from foreclosure, job loss, and financial crisis," he argued. "But there was no intent, no murder intent, just a terrible mistake," he claimed. "We will show throughout the trial Jennifer is innocent and well-intentioned. She made a mistake, yes, but not attempted murder," he concluded. He sat down. The judge announced, "Prosecution, call your first witness." Karen stated, "Prosecution calls Harold Thompson." My turn came as I stood up, walked to the witness stand, and took the oath. "Mr. Thompson, would you please identify yourself?" Karen asked. "Harold Thompson, 72 years old, living in Seattle," I stated. "Your health?" she inquired. "Hypertension and type 2 diabetes under control with medication," I explained. "What medications?" she asked. "Lisinopril for blood pressure, metformin for sugar, and baby aspirin for heart," I listed. "Did Jennifer help you?" she continued. "Yes. She started in November 2022 by getting a pill organizer that she filled every week," I confirmed. "And what happened?" she prompted. 4 weeks later, in early December, I felt terrible with dizziness, fatigue, nausea, and I almost fell," I explained. "Then what happened?" she asked. "The pharmacist Dave Miller called saying, 'You haven't refilled your prescription, and the pills must be gone, so where are you getting them?' I recounted. I was shocked and said Jennifer refills them, and Dave said, 'Bring in the pill organizer and we'll look at it,' I continued. "And," she prompted, "the pills weren't my medication but zolpidem and diphenhydramine, sedatives and sleeping pills with no lisinopril and no metformin," I revealed. "How did you feel?" she asked. I paused as my eyes welled up. "Betrayal and fear because my daughter was poisoning me." Karen nodded. "Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Defense?" David Park stood up. "Mr. Thompson, did you love Jennifer?" "I did love the old Jennifer," I confirmed. "Was Jennifer worried about you?" he asked. "Maybe, but not in the right way, and not by poisoning me," I replied. "Did Jennifer do it intentionally, or was it a mistake?" he pressed. "Intentionally, because Google searches show it, video shows it, and 4 weeks is not a mistake but a plan," I stated firmly. "No further questions," he concluded. The witnesses came one by one. Witness 1, pharmacist Dave Miller. Karen asked, "Mr. Miller, how did you discover Harold Thompson's situation?" Dave explained, "He didn't refill his prescription for 8 weeks, which isn't normal, so I called and learned Jennifer was giving him the wrong medication. He brought the pills from the pill organizer, and I identified them as zolpidem and diphenhydramine, which are sedatives, not hypertension or diabetes medication." "Is this dangerous?" Karen asked. "Very dangerous because Harold didn't get real medication for 4 weeks with uncontrolled blood pressure and uncontrolled sugar, creating risk of heart attack, risk of stroke, and risk of death," Dave stated. "And the sedatives?" Karen continued. Zolpidem and diphenhydramine every day are addictive with cognitive impairment, creating dementia-like symptoms, he explained. Witness 2. Detective Alan Price. Karen asked, Mr. Price, what did you find out about Jennifer? Alan reported, financial crisis including foreclosure and credit card debt of $48,000, fake life insurance for $500,000 to Harold with forged signature, conservatorship petition claiming father has dementia, and Google search history, including dementia symptoms, sedative side effects, and consequences of stopping blood pressure medication. What does this show? Karen asked. Premeditation, where Jennifer researched and planned with the goal being either Harold dies for insurance money or dementia diagnosis for conservatorship with all the money, Alan concluded. Witness 3. Forensic document expert Dr. Lisa Chang. Karen asked, Dr. Chang, what about the signature on the life insurance document? Dr. Chang stated, fake, not Harold Thompson's real signature. Jennifer forged it because the pressure points are different, the angle is different, and it's 95% definitely fake. Jennifer's defense witnesses came, but they were weak. Tom Cooper, Jennifer's husband, testified. Jennifer is a good mother who loves the children and worries about her father, but under cross-examination, admitted he didn't know about the Google searches. Lisa Cooper, Jennifer's daughter, age 19, testified crying, my mom is a good person who loves grandpa, and this must be a misunderstanding, but under cross-examination, admitted she didn't know about the pills and acknowledged, it's wrong because they should have been grandpa's pills. The trial lasted 8 days with 20 witnesses and hundreds of pages of evidence, and now came closing arguments. Karen Mitchell stood up. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen 8 days of evidence including video, Google searches, fake insurance, and conservatorship application, all of it. Is Jennifer Hayes Cooper guilty of attempted murder? She asked. Yes, absolutely yes, she answered. The screen opened showing the video of Jennifer putting her own pills into the pill organizer. There. Jennifer did it knowingly with her own Zolpidem and her own alprazolam in place of her father's, she stated. For 4 weeks every day, Harold took these pills unknowingly, she continued. And what happened? Dizziness, fatigue, signs of dementia, and risk of heart attack, she listed. Why? Money, $500K life insurance or conservatorship with all the money, she explained. That's intent, that's premeditation, and that's attempted murder, she declared. Jennifer is guilty, and justice must come for Harold, she concluded. She sat down. David Park stood up. Ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer made a mistake, yes, but murder intent? No. Under stress from foreclosure, she mixed up the medications as a bad mistake but with no intent, he argued. Reasonable doubt exists and Jennifer is innocent, he claimed. But did the jury believe it? I don't know. The judge turned to the jury. Jury, deliberate and reach a verdict. The jury retired for 3 hours before the door opened. We've reached a verdict. Everyone returned to the courtroom as the judge came in and Jennifer came in. The judge asked, Jury, your verdict? The foreman stood up. Case number 2022 CR 5847, State of Washington versus Jennifer Hayes Cooper. Count 1, elder abuse. Verdict, guilty, he announced. Jennifer trembled. Count 2, poisoning. Verdict, guilty, he continued. Count 3, attempted murder. Verdict, guilty, he added. Count 4, insurance fraud. Verdict, guilty, he stated. Count 5, forgery. Verdict, guilty, he concluded. All counts, guilty, he summarized. Jennifer collapsed crying as Tom cried and Lisa and Ryan cried. I just stared blankly because justice came, but I'm not happy since she's still my daughter. The judge announced, sentencing in 2 weeks, court adjourned. 2 weeks later in early April 2023 was sentencing day. Judge Mercer stated, Jennifer Hayes Cooper, the jury found you guilty on 5 counts, and now the sentence. Victim impact statement, Harold Thompson, the judge invited. I stood up and went to the microphone. Judge Mercer, it's hard to stand here today because she's my daughter, the child I held in my arms as a baby, I began. But she poisoned me for 4 weeks every day knowing full well, I stated. She put the wrong pills in the pill organizer by putting sedatives in to knock me out and cloud my mind, I explained. Why? Money, $500K insurance or conservatorship, I revealed. Jennifer chose between father and money, and she chose money, I stated. And now she's here awaiting sentencing, and she deserves it, I declared. Because if the pharmacist Dave hadn't called, I could be dead now or diagnosed with dementia under conservatorship with my money gone, I explained. Jennifer has to stop and she can't hurt others, I concluded. I sat down. The judge announced, sentencing. Count 1 elder abuse is 3 years. Count 2 poisoning is 5 years. Count 3 attempted murder is 10 years. Count 4 insurance fraud is 2 years. And count 5 forgery is 1 year. Consecutive totaling 21 years with parole after 10 years, he concluded. The gavel fell. Court adjourned. 21 years. Jennifer got 21 years in prison. Lisa is 19 now, so when Jennifer gets out, Lisa will be 40. Ryan is 16 now, so when Jennifer gets out, Ryan will be 37. The children will grow up without their mother. Today is June 2024, a year and a half since the trial. I am 73 years old, and I am healthy, very healthy. I take my real medications every morning, including lisinopril, metformin, and aspirin from the box myself. No pill organizer ever again, because no one fills it, and only me. Dave Miller, the pharmacist, and I became friends with coffee every month where I say, Dave, you saved me. And he says, Harold, I just did my job, but thank goodness I called. I changed my will where Jennifer's name isn't in it at all. 50% of the estate goes to the Seattle Pharmacist Foundation for vigilant pharmacists who save lives. 50% goes to elder abuse prevention programs. Lisa and Ryan visit once a month when Tom brings them. They're good kids, and it's not their mother's fault. Jennifer is in prison, and I haven't visited her ever because she wrote a letter that I didn't read. Because she crossed the line by poisoning me for money. Will I forgive her? I don't know, maybe someday years from now. But now, no. And now I give talks on senior medication safety, where I tell the elderly, check your medications yourself because if someone else is filling your pill organizer, consult your pharmacist. And if you feel strange with tired or dizzy feelings, question it because maybe someone is giving you the wrong thing. Final message. Trust, but verify. If you like this story, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts about this story in the comments. Click on the box on the left to listen to the next story.